Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Fun Friday. Yay! That day of the week where we get to have fun. I'm not pulling anything out of the fun tin this week. I got a lot going on this weekend. A lot of fun projects that I'm going to be starting and completing. So I won't have time any time this weekend for a fun activity, but what I'm going to be doing is going to be fun anyway. So what fun plans do you have for the weekend? It's always good to schedule fun into your calendar. This weekend, I have my mastermind group tomorrow, which I absolutely love. I always have fun there because I'm always learning and things. I have a workshop directly after that. I know, I'm crazy. And this new software that I'm looking at to help me with my businesses and everything else. I have tasks to do on that, which I am super excited about because get those tasks completed, and it's getting me closer to getting all my systems and processes in one place and having that flow for the thing. So I'm really, really excited about that. We're planning a play date on Sunday down at the dog park. We will still do our mystery drive on Sunday. And we'll get in there some rest time, some naps, some reading, maybe some movie watching. I don't know. Haven't figured it out. Definitely laundry and housework. And I've got some boxes that need to be broken down and put into they're already broken down. I just need to take them to the recycle bin. I'm going to put them in the car and drive them over because there's no way I can carry all of that. And so we'll go do that. So we'll probably do that on Sunday morning. At some point I have to go get the mail as well. And I'm getting notices that there's packages. And I'm like, but I haven't ordered anything. So I get to go see what I get in packages. I'm just like, ooh. Yeah, it's going to be like Christmas around here. So what fun plans do you have for the weekend? Let us know in the comments below. Your question of the day. And yes, Mary, your chores we're washing the dishes. Oh, she's already reading the question. So your tell your story question of the day is, what chores did you have growing up? And like Mary's got in there, she said, washing the dishes and cleaning my room. Yes, I had those too. And because there were the three of us, we would rotate. One would wash, one would dry, and one would sit and clear the table. And then we'd rotate the following evening. And so we would rotate around that. So we all took turns. So the three of us kids all took turns at washing the dishes, drying the dishes, and setting and clearing the table. And we just rotated through those three chores every day. We also had to keep our rooms clean. Then we got assigned tasks, and keeping our rooms clean meant dusting, picking up everything, putting it away, dusting and vacuuming our rooms. And I think once a month we had to clean our windows too. I'm trying to remember if I had to clean my windows or not. I can't remember. And then as we got older, other chores were added in, like vacuuming the living room and the hallway, or sweeping the kitchen and the dining room floors and washing the floors. So cleaning the bathroom. So those chores got split amongst us as well as we got older and could take on more responsibility. I remember, I still remember all the toilets. I hate cleaning toilets. It's because I had my chore on a Saturday was to remove the toilet seats, take them out into the garage where the tub was. This when I was a teenager. Wash them, dry them, clean the toilet room, because in New Zealand our toilets are separate from our bathrooms. They're actually in separate rooms. Well, unless you've got an ensuite, they're mainly in separate rooms. So clean the toilet, the hand basin that was in there, and sweep the floors, wash the floors, that sort of stuff. Then put all the toilet seats back together again and put them back on the toilets. And then so that was one job I got given. I hate to this day, I still hate cleaning toilets. FYI. But that's one thing I'm going to have to do this weekend is clean my toilet, because it's got to be cleaned. And I'm the only one around to do it, so I get stuck with it. But I'm going to try and make a game out of it. I'm going to put some music on and just dance my way through the chores this weekend. So let's see, what else did I have to do? And then as I got older, I had to mow our backyard, and we had a 1/4 acre section. The front yard, not a problem. It was nice and small in that. But then you got down to the backyard, and thankfully we had a lawnmower that you would hold the handle and it would basically self-drive itself, which was kind of cool. So you didn't have, but I did not have to do the hill at the back of our yard. It was a very steep hill. And my dad was the one that did that one, only because of the steepness of the hill, that he wouldn't let us up there to mow the lawns. But yeah, we did all down in the backyard and up the side yard and into the front yard and all that sort of stuff. And That was a lot of work. It would take me about an hour to mow the lawns because I had to empty the catcher. And to empty the catcher, I had to walk it all the way down the backyard. And where we had the hill going up, there was a fence that went between us and the swamp area. So this hill was actually part of the council land, which was associated with the cemetery that was up the top of the hill and over the back fence. So we always used to tell people we lived at the dead center of town. I know, weird. But there was another fence that went down on one side of the property, and over that fence was almost like a swamp area. So again, it couldn't be used for anything. And so that's where we would dump all the grass clippings from the catcher. So yeah, we didn't mulch it back into the ground. We actually caught the grass and then had to empty the catchers. That's why it took so long to get the lawns mowed, because yeah, you had to empty the catcher every so often. But the cool part was we were on volcanic soil, so after a major downpour, you could go out like an hour later and mow the lawns because all the water had drained away. It was amazing. It was awesome. But so yeah, that was part of my chores as well. So yeah, we had chores, and that's, you know, doing the chores earned us our pocket money, so our allowance, our pocket money, whatever you want to call it. So we had spending money, and they were teaching us to save and give and all of that sort of stuff as well, and saving for things that we wanted and all that. If we had like a holiday coming up, we would get actual soda cans. This is where you had the teardrop, when the hole on the soda can was a teardrop shape. So we would peel that back, and you could get in, you could barely get a 50-cent coin in there. And our 50-cent coins at the time were like about this big. They're a lot smaller now. But we would save our spare change into our soda cans, and that was our spending money when we were on vacations. And when we got ready to go on vacation, we would open up the bottom of the soda cans, and Mum and Dad would change all the coins out for dollar bills and that sort of thing. And that was our spending money when we were away. If there was a souvenir we wanted to, if we wanted to buy a souvenir, we had to spend it, you know, we bought it out of our own money. So that was that kind of thing that we got to do as well. So, yeah, it was, I mean, at the time when I was doing the chores, I was sort of like, I really hate doing this. I really hate doing this. I don't want to do my chores. I'm a little rebellious and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I'm glad that looking back, I'm glad that I got to experience that. So I'm grateful for the experiences I had during that, because it prepped me for life later on taking care of my own place and what needed to be done. And that's what I think a lot of kids, some kids today just don't understand that. You know, you're eventually going to leave your parents' house and have your own place. But if you've never cleaned anything before, or been taught to save money or anything before, how are you going to cope in the real world? And so teaching kids to do chores and earn their money, their pocket money and stuff, is a great way to help prepare them for later on when they've got work, where they have to work to earn their money. If they want to clean to clean their place, they have to clean it themselves. They have to know how to clean it. What cleaners do you use? What brushes do you use? What cloths do you use? Newspaper was a good one for the windows. Left it streak free. What was it? Vinegar and water in a spray bottle, spray it and wipe it with newspaper. Very good for cleaning windows. So what sort of chores did you have growing up, and did you earn pocket money at? Which ones did you enjoy the most, and which ones did you not enjoy? I guess I kind of enjoyed mowing the lawns, just don't tell my parents that. If you're watching, Mum and Dad, close your ears. I'm not admitting this. Because I was outside. I was outside in the fresh air. Yes, I was walking, and the lawnmower I didn't have to push the lawnmower around, and we had a sloped backyard as well, so I didn't have to push the mower because it had the self-drive capabilities. We would just pull back the little handle onto the big handle, and it would basically propel itself. So it was just basically a lot of walking around, which I did anyway. It's just backwards and forwards and up and down, and yeah, but not the type of walking I kind of enjoyed at the time. But you know, that was just part of growing up. So what fun chores did you have to do? How did you get through them? Did you rebel a lot? Did you not rebel a lot? Then the last thing before I have to go is, do you have a question about family tree, about researching your family tree? If you do, you can either private message me or drop the question in the comments below. And we will be doing 3 nights a week, I think I've settled on. Still setting this all up. But I may even end up doing them as separate videos of answering the questions for the genealogy questions and stuff. So for now, I'm picking 2 to 3 nights a week where I'm going to answer the questions, and I will be answering one tomorrow night. So for Saturday, Mark your calendars for Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, because we'll be answering a genealogy question. And it's kind of cool. I kind of like this one that's coming up. But then I like any questions about genealogy. So so if you have a family tree research question, private message me or drop it in the comments below, and your question could end up being one of the ones that we read out on the air and answer on the air. And based on what it is, if it's something I can do publicly, if it's a private personal question, I will probably answer that in the Facebook messengers. But if it's something that's a question that can be answered without revealing too much about the information and stuff, getting too personal with it, then I will definitely be doing that one on here. So go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling, fun Friday, and we will see you guys back here tonight at around 6 p.m. Pacific time, and for part 2. So have a super fantastic, sparkling day. Hekonara.